Is this thing on? Hey guys, welcome to Business Bricks Stories and Tips with Pam. Guys, today we are on episode 6. Get a FEIN number. What is that you say? A Federal Employer Identification Number. Guys, if you're going to be in business, even if you're in an online business, if you begin generating a lot of money, matter of fact, if you make more than $600 from this company, you're required by law, according to the IRS, to file it on your tax returns. Now, I would recommend, even if you haven't made any money, I would just make it a habit. Just begin to file it on your taxes anyway, because you can take the deductions for the expenses that you made, especially if you're in an online business and you done probably spend a lot more money if you've done some advertising, especially paid advertising. But even if you have a traditional business, you're not actually required to get one until you have employees. Matter of fact, let me just read this business brick for you, which comes from the IRS website. According to the IRS, it is best to get a separate company identification number for your company instead of using your social security number. That way everybody don't have your social security number, because you have to give this out to people, even people that you wouldn't want to have. So that's why it's just good to just shield your personal identification number. And not only is it good for your company to where you can begin to build business credit once it has its own identification number, but you can begin to open a bank account, and it's just a lot of things you can do with that as you begin to establish and build your business. But it is mandatory to have an EIN number if your company does certain things, and that's if you have one or more employees. Not if you use subcontractors. You don't necessarily need to have one if you use those guys, because they are literally their own business as well. They either have federal identification numbers or they're using their socials. A lot of them are using their social security numbers, but the smarter ones, they probably got a federal ID number. Well, if you have one or more employees, if you have a retirement plan, you file pensions or excise tax, that's when it's required to actually get a federal identification number for your company. Also, one is required if you change the structure of your business. For example, if you change from a partnership or a corporation to a sole proprietorship, which, we just kind of stay away from, But guys, it is really easy to get one of those. My tip for you today is just when you start a business, right off top, just go to the IRS website, irs.gov, and just apply for one. You can click on EIN Assistant, and it'll take you through the process. You're just answering some questions, and then once you go through it, it's totally free. You don't have to pay a dime for it, And once you're done, you have the option of having the official letter mailed to your home or your place of business, P.O. box, wherever your mailing address for your business. Or you can download it immediately from the website, and boom, you got it. Guys, save the trees. Just download it, and that way, if you actually need to print it out, like when you go to the bank to establish an account, just print it from your printer, so because they're actually going to need to see a copy of that letter. But we'll talk more about that in episode 7. So thanks for tuning in here to episode 6 of Get a FEIN, Federal Identification Number for your business, guys. Don't forget to like us here on social media. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if that's where you're watching us from. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. We love to chit chat and talk with you. Also, guys, remember, a wise woman builds her house, but a foolish woman tears it down with her own hands by just being totally ignorant and not applying solid foundational principles to build her home. So take these bricks I'm giving you guys and build a solid foundation as you build your home, your business, and your life, because these principles are timeless. Also, you can catch more interesting information and just some good stuff on my blog. Be sure to visit that at IamPamelaMurphy.com. So guys, thanks for joining in, watching episode 6 of Business Bricks Stories and Tips with Pam. Guys, see you in the next episode.